was crooked.
This has gotten serious.
All right.
He's on his game today.
He is.
Gentlemen, let me audio clap.
He's dialed in.
So what that does is it gives me like a spike in the signal.
Yeah.
So that I can take all of the files and like line them up. So everything.
You're speaking Chinese to me.
Well, if not, then your words won't match. It'll actually be like Japanese,
Look,
where your words don't match the. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, where you're talking but nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I know Brett was running commercials at the football game, but
Well, that's a headset only. There's no cameras.
yeah, but he
involved
was
there.
dialed in. He was.
Got
They
a
got
hand-
some-
He had music and background and commercials. He had it all.
We're supposed to be getting a food camera back in.
Yeah.
Where it's just showing their face the whole time and what we're eating.
the food camera.
Yeah, it's called the food cam.
Is
Like,
it just for y'all?
just like Ray and Richard and us, just like so they can watch what we're eating and
Ray's gonna be like meat sweats. Like,
yeah, it's like
Speaking of meat sweats,
Skittles and nerds.
I don't know if we got promo dollars for this.
Yeah, right. Who's the sponsor?
Yeah, it's Ray. It's not meat sweats.
today's
It's just Ray.
sponsor is Ray. Just Ray.
So I guess we can start. This is episode 1 of what I'm calling the podcast.
The podcast.
I don't know
Sounds
what
good.
else to call it.
I like it.
We got the LSU Florida State game on. I can't show you guys the game because legal reasons. And the game's muted, right?
It
It
is.
is 7-7 with 9
Correct.
minutes left in the second quarter. I'm surprised. 7-7. I didn't know Florida State was on like that, or LSU is off. Is it? To me, I feel like LSU should have been on this game. Wait, who's their new coach?
LSU?
Yeah.
Not real sure.
Because Coach O's.
yeah, that
Oh,
guy's
LSU
gone.
is
Notre Dame guy. What's
yeah.
his name?
Chip Kelly, yeah.
Chip Kelly.
Chip
He
Kelly.
was there last year.
And who's Florida State got?
I'm not sure who they have.
They
They've
used
got
to have Jimbo Fisher, didn't they?
Oh, they still do have Jimbo.
Is it?
I thought he
Okay.
was Texas
He's got to
A&M.
be up there.
Texas A&M. Yeah, that's
That's
I don't
right.
really know.
Yeah.
They've
gonna
had,
say,
they had
I bet we could just find
firing.
out here in a second.
You could probably Google it.
Yep. He almost broke his ankle trying to avoid touching
Ooh, I
that ball.
think that touched it.
Okay, so I really don't know, like, the premise of this. I'll say that my thought on this podcast has been for a long time that I've wanted to do something like this.
Yep.
I think I brought it up to you guys,
A couple month ago?
Well, yeah, it was a couple weeks or maybe even longer than a month ago. And one thing after another, equipment. I come a long way with my equipment. I'll have to take a picture. And
It's pretty fancy.
it is. I wish there was another person here that could take a picture of all three of us sitting.
A lot
Yeah.
of cordage.
A lot of yes, you got to be careful where you walk.
Yeah.
I wanted to do this. I actually started a podcast a year and a half ago, probably. It was about trucks.
Okay.
And my problem with podcasts is like having people to talk to, right?
To bounce ideas off.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
and stuff. And apparently everybody's really busy,
Yes.
so it was difficult. Luckily, I found 2 guys that are not busy at all.
Yes. Yes. Hey, the only reason I'm here is because of the joy on your face when you mentioned podcast. So,
Not me and myself, just the joy.
I'm like, you lit up when you wanted to do a podcast. I'm like, well, dude, I was like, I'm not very good at this, but we'll do it, man.
That's
Let's
right,
do it,
man.
you know?
You try new things all the time.
That's right.
And Chris is I don't know what you're doing here.
Hey, man, just use my living room. Whatever it takes.
That's right. Yeah.
We're using air conditioning in the living room.
Yeah.
And living
We're
room.
using the mess out of some air
That's
conditioning.
it's all good.
Just watching. He's like just watching dollars fly out of his
Nah.
pocket.
We got
Hey.
a lot of meat in here, you know. A lot of,
You can't take
liquor.
it with you, so it'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Well, I know this. Brett asked me if we were good tonight, and I said, Chris. He said, if Chris is good, I'm good. I said, Chris don't have a choice.
Yeah.
He's the
in.
host.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm either doing it here or we ain't doing it.
Hey, man, it's a little bit less chaos here, you know.
Yeah.
So, the thought of the podcast was really just, I would say, an eclectic, and I say eclectic as like a future term, because we're all kind of the same. 2 out of 3 of us don't have any hair on our heads. I'm working my way there,
Right.
but an eclectic group of men just talking.
Okay.
So not every week, because it really depends on availability because everybody's busy, but the thought is like different weeks to have different people and bring in different backgrounds, different types of people from different walks of life, different
Sure.
areas maybe.
Different
And-
topics that people are strong
Sure.
on. I got you.
Yeah, some people are going to have, more opinionated stuff. Some people are going to have different backgrounds and different things they can bring to the conversation. But I really wanted to start this as like men get busy, right? We all are busy. And so a podcast to me is the best way to put a message out there for men and give men something they can listen to, something encouraging, something uplifting, something that doesn't take time out of their day, because we all drive, we all commute. And so it's something you can enjoy and listen to and get, as we call it, filled up, right?
Yeah.
Get your gas tank filled back up
Yep, with that.
while you're already doing stuff, right?
Yeah, just some normal guys talking about some normal stuff.
That's right, man. And you know, we can't have a podcast without throwing a little God in it.
Amen.
We're going to talk about some biblical stuff.
That's
but
right.
We're going to really keep it just life-centered and just see where it goes, you know. So for all we know, it might just be our wives that watch this.
Right? Probably not mine, but
Yeah, she doesn't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
She'll tune in for about the first 5 minutes and then she's out.
This is boring.
Definitely not mine.
Yeah.
Hey, she may be. You just won't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this could be a way. You know,
Okay.
She'd be like, "Aren't you that podcast guy?"
Yeah. This could
Oh my
spark
gosh.
relationships.
A funny thing, apparently there's some guy that's losing a lot of weight on like TikTok and stuff. I don't know the guy's name, but I got mistakenly, somebody thought I was him.
Really?
At the Perdido Resort I was
You're
at.
that TikTok guy
The
that's
TikTok
losing a
guy.
lot of
She
weight.
was like,
Funny enough,
that's not me.
you have lost a lot of weight.
You
I
have.
have.
I call him Mr. Keto.
Mr.
He's,
Keto.
Mr. Keto.
full blown.
That's
That's
right.
what we say. We tempt him all the time with food.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, it worked. I tried it. This is man to man. I tried it. I did it for what, a month was it? I think I lasted a month, a little over a month, maybe
Yeah.
right at a month. And I lost like 25 pounds.
Today was rough. Those cheese biscuits.
Yeah. You didn't eat any though.
No, I did not.
You did
Willpower.
good. I'm super proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I had no bass in
Willpower.
my voice. I had to turn it up a little bit.
I think I'm just so scared if I eat too many carbs, I'm just going to blow right back up. So
Yeah.
that's a mental problem.
Well,
I have.
how many pounds did you lose?
About 55. But I
Man.
put about 6 or 7 back on.
That was from us.
No, that was just working out heavy. And,
From the cookies.
Yeah. Like we're gonna have cake today.
I did eat a piece of coconut cake down
There
at
you go.
Fair Oaks.
There you
so,
go. That's
You
right.
really get in trouble when you go to family functions.
yeah, it was
Every
fine.
time he comes back from a family function, he's like, "Man, I had some banana pudding."
Wheels ran off.
Or
Yeah.
y'all's family functions, and
Right.
somebody makes Rice Krispie treats that look like you spacked.
Oh
with
yeah, those are
marshmallows
straight
on.
up glued together.
Yeah, you could hang stuff from those things.
I had
banana
trouble getting them
pudding.
out of the pan. Yeah, that was the same
Yeah,
function.
Lindsay's banana pudding
blueberry
causes all
pie?
kind of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess the first episode, or the first, I guess episode would be, if you guys, these two guys have never done a podcast, correct?
Correct.
Have you ever been on somebody's podcast?
Almost, but no.
Was that the man? Was that?
Yes. It
Webby?
Was, actually, it was Rick Dykes.
Okay.
He started a podcast. We lined it up, and then it never went through.
Just never panned out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody gets so busy
Yeah.
that it ends up being something that is hard to. Man, I got so much treble. There we go. Okay, much better. Yeah, everybody gets so busy that, and even us, it was still like, when I asked these guys about doing this, it was like, man, I got one night. Especially you. It's like, I got
Yeah.
one night.
Yeah.
So my thought is, first of all, the headphones. If you guys aren't familiar, the headphones is like, the reason you do them is a podcast is all about audio, right? The video is just extra. And so the headphones are so that you can hear your own voice and know, like,
How loud you are.
yeah, if you're too close to the mic, you can back up. If you're too far away, you can pull back
I
forward.
have to tell you, I'm very impressed with the crispness of
Yeah.
the microphone and the headset.
I like to say I try my hardest.
First class in here.
Yeah,
I'll say
I don't
it.
play around.
That's how I know Leaman was dialed in.
These mics cost me like $13 a piece.
Nice.
Man.
Nice.
Total setup $62.54.
It depends on tax,
Yeah.
where the tax rate is. I think aren't we supposed to drop in tax rate?
1
I think we're
cent's
about
what I
to-
heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're not doing it yet, right?
Right on the street.
It's supposed to be this month, right?
Was it? Okay,
Maybe.
I thought they said yes, but then somebody said it wasn't in effect yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how all of that is shaking out.
Yeah. So anyway, still 7-7. I wanted to start off and just kind of introduce ourselves. So I feel like I can't get comfortable. Oh goodness, these couches are like you
Man,
really sink down in these
We're gonna have
things.
to
man, I feel like I'm
Get a show budget for some couches over there.
We need to get couches.
I got
we
to
need
rent
get
out a
better
Hampton
lighting,
Inn, or excuse me, a hotel.
an air conditioner, maybe some new guests. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Never know.
So we'll start over here on the left with Mr. Brett.
Okay.
Feel free to introduce yourself, be as personal or as not personal as you want, because like I said, this is going to go on the internet.
Okay.
And so depending on how big or small this gets or stays,
Right.
either people that know you're going to know or people that don't know you are now going to know.
Okay. Well, I guess I was married to my wife Shirley. We have 4 kids. Um,
Incredible kids, by the way.
Thank you, Ellie, Addison, William,
Most
and
of them.
Bryant. Yes, they have their they have their moments, but yeah, love them to death. Have just started a restaurant about 2 months ago called Clean Juice. Wife's a realtor, and then we dabble in the remodel construction game a little bit, doing a little flipping sales.
He says that, but he has no time for any of that.
No time, but you know,
Also, let's talk about Clean Juice for a second.
yeah,
I'd never heard of this. Apparently, Tebow is your spokesperson, right?
he is. He's the brand ambassador.
Okay. And
Have
it's
it-
like 100. It's a natural. Like the whole concept is.
yes,
I
it's,
feel like my mic stand is
It is.
falling.
It's moving.
it's 100% organic, non-GMO. We're the only certified organic restaurant that I know of.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a.
And so you have a few non-organic choices, but they're labeled, right?
We do. We have a transparency board when
Okay.
you walk in. So if we don't have anything that's organic, that it's listed on the board. So,
Okay, so you know what you're getting. You're not. It's not one of these gimmick things where.
That's right.
Like you walk into some places, smoothie companies are kind of notorious for it, or any sort of health,
Sure.
like health drinks or anything like that. They
That's right.
oftentimes they'll use buzzwords.
Yeah, they can call them healthy, and I don't want to talk bad about anybody. But
Oh, yeah,
they
sure.
can
Yeah, yeah.
Call them healthy and nutritious, but at the end of the day, there's always some preservatives and things in them. And
Yeah.
but we have everything up front on the. We like to say we're very transparent.
Yeah.
You see all the fruits and vegetables. There's nothing added.
That's cool.
So that's what we like to hang our hat on.
And the other cool thing is Clean Juice is like it's a biblical or it's a Christian based company. Am I correct?
It is. The owners are very faith-based. Tebow, very
Sure,
you know,
of
everybody
course.
knows
Very
him.
outspoken. Yeah.
And what I always like to say is this: it's my ministry. You get to meet people that are struggling with health and with body, different things, but being able to pray for people and have that ministry. People coming to you, right?
Sure, I love this because we're all watching this game while we're talking.
Right.
It's just like staring at the TV, like yeah. So and we get people and
We get we get
no,
some
but
Jesus
that's cool.
in
You
there,
guys
know?
actually have like
Touchdown.
a. Is there a touchdown? Who scored?
Not yet.
Oh, LSU's on a run. Oh, that was almost a horse collar. I like it because when you walk in there, you've got a prayer jar.
Yes.
Now that's not a Clean Juice thing, right? That's something you wanted to do.
It is a Clean Juice thing, but
You took it a little further, maybe.
yeah, we've taken it where we can. I love to be able to pray for the cards that come in, people, kids to adults.
I've seen some serious prayer requests on those cards.
Yeah, last week kind of got me. It was a gentleman struggling with alcohol addiction, and then there was the one that really got me was I've been homeless for a year with 2 kids.
Oh,
and,
my goodness.
And dropped the card in there, and I'm like, my goodness, how
You wish they would have said something.
did I
right?
not catch this? How
In
did
that
I not
moment,
see
yeah.
it? And not that I should have seen it, but I don't know. You just
Well,
wish-
you got the information, right?
Yeah.
That's another person
Yeah.
praying for them. So
So, and then I've started lately broadcasting it. I put a little thing out for have other people praying for other people. So I had lots of people reach out in private, and it was pretty amazing to see the
That's
effect it has on people. So
yeah, just
awesome.
those little gestures, it's it means a lot to a lot of people just to be able to not just know that somebody's praying for them, but be able to get it off their chest.
yes,
I imagine there's a lot of things that people write on those cards with that may be the only person they've told,
that's right.
right? And it's funny because they're so secretive about it and they don't want to tell people, but at the same time, like they just told everybody
That's right.
without really doing, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's awesome because that's
And I f-
everybody you tell is another person that can be on their
Yes.
side.
And I feel like that's something the Lord put on my heart. Like, don't let those things just sit in there and collect dust.
Sure,
Like, get
yeah.
those things out.
like
and-
those business card giveaways.
That's right. Yeah. You grab a whole 10 of them,
Yeah.
read them off, and you throw them in the trash.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, I read through them, and they sit on my desk.
Oh,
for
what was that
all
movie
week.
about that? We watched a movie. If you guys haven't heard, and this is not a promo, but if you haven't heard of Pureflix,
Yeah.
it's like a Christian-based
Yes. Yeah.
network, right, of shows and movies. There was a movie about a kid, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but this kid was praying for something, and like I can't remember what happened, but like his prayer didn't get answered, and so one day he saw the pastor in his church come up to the front to the prayer box, pull the prayers out, and throw it in the trash.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah,
That's no bueno.
I've seen the.
It was such a good movie, dude. It was such a good movie.
I've seen the whatever you call that, the clips, the trailer. We haven't watched
Yeah.
it yet, so
It was actually a really good movie. I watched it.
I don't know about you, but PureFlix, you can't hardly watch one without crying.
Oh no, it's
Like,
even the trailers.
Yeah, so
Even
they
have you
get
ever seen a
I
promo?
have never been a part of that.
Really?
You got to get some. You got to get some.
You better
tears
get some
out.
tissues
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, I'm a 260-pound man, but I'll cry on you in the drop of a hat.
Heard that. Heard that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I cry, but I don't tell nobody. I mean, I just did, but
It's told the world.
if you see me crying, there's something wrong.
Yep.
I don't cry a lot, but man, every once in a while, I'm not gonna say it feels good to get it out, but I feel better after I get it out.
Hey, I
I'll
always
say
tell
that.
people this: Jesus wept, right?
That's right.
That's
So,
right. That's the shortest Bible. My son,
Yeah.
he always says that's the shortest Bible verse in the Bible. Jesus wept.
That's it. So
I don't know what it's John something.
I'm not sure.
It's got to be John. That's
Yeah, I'll go with you though.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I don't know. You have to. Somebody will comment, and I'm sure and tell us.
Yeah, they'll let us know.
So I don't know why, but my mic is like super duper hot. I think I hear myself in Chris's mic, maybe. Oh, it's Brett's. I hear myself in your mic.
You hear me?
Yeah, I just turned it down and it went away. Can I still hear you?
I don't know. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
All right.
I got you. Okay, so Brett,
Mhm.
that's Mr. Brett. Anything else you'd like to share?
No. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we have some cool stuff to say. You know?
Mr. Chris, this is our resident bachelor on the show.
Yeah.
Chris is
Not by choice.
Ladies. If
not
you're-
by
if
choice.
you're- Ladies, if you see something you like here,
Goodness gracious. I shaved
Or if
my-
you see something you don't like, comment. Let him know. He'll
yeah,
change.
I took a bath.
Tell us about yourself, Mr.
So,
Chris.
yeah, my name's Chris Knighton.
Oh, just the full name.
Yeah, right on
Yeah,
out there,
there you
just letting you know.
phone number is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put my address out there, but
Please don't.
I work for family.
It's always the best business, right?
Yeah,
Family.
it's try not to play that family card too much, but I played it this past week. Just not a whole lot going on these days, man. Just besides staying busy with work and traveling a little bit.
Yeah. You travel a lot.
Yeah.
What kind of work are you in? What do you do?
It's robotics, 3D printers, educational reseller,
Yeah.
do stuff like that. STEM based. So we're
Okay,
in
so you deal with a lot of schools and
Yeah.
anywhere where they're teaching people about.
that's right.
Okay.
We're in 10 states in the southeast, and just celebrated our 60th year being in business. So
You trying to take that thing over?
hopefully one day.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Call it. What's? You don't have to tell me the company. I know what it's called, but
I mean,
I was
can
trying
put
to
it
think
out
of a
there.
way to throw his name in there, but it didn't
Hashtag.
work.
Right.
So, my name is like. There's no reason to hide it. I mean, it's the name of the channel.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind saying my name either.
Yeah. So my name's Leaman Griffin. I don't know why I said that weird.
Yeah.
I was like Leaman Griffin.
Leaman Griffin.
Leaman Griffin. And my mic stand keeps falling. I keep on falling. I'm not gonna go there.
You gotta have some.
I guess I gotta balance it better. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I do just about everything.
I
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Man of many
Hey,
talents.
Leaman, I've got a robot problem. Hey, FaceTime me. We'll fix it.
Yes.
You think Brett does a lot? Take Brett does and like squeeze in as much. Well, actually, I do a lot, but I do different stuff. Brett does real things.
Well,
All of
I
my
mean,
stuff is like hobby based.
It's from fixing the Kubota to technical stuff like this to robotic stuff to what I didn't know, soundboards.
Yeah, fishing. I like to fish.
Fish. A man,
Yeah.
man of many
Now I'm like
talents.
super hot.
Apparently, your kid caught a pretty big fish the other day.
He did. He caught. I wasn't even there. Lindsay texted me. They went to the camp, and were fishing. They just wanted to go fishing one day without me, and I guess Lindsay was like, "I'm gonna take these boys fishing. We're gonna 20 minutes. We're gonna catch something." And she calls me at work, and she's like, "I need you to come here. I need you to come here." Never mind. And then hangs up. And that was the entire conversation.
it.
I was like, "What's going on?"
I didn't panic there at all.
Yeah. Call her back. I was like, "What happened?"
Need some more adjectives.
She didn't answer. And so then I find out that Leaman caught like a massive bass. And massive for him. It doubled his PB.
Nice.
So it was like 4.5 pounds. And I was like, "Did you get it on video?" Because the whole premise, like we do fishing videos, the whole premise was
Right.
she was going to go, they were going to set up the GoPros and take a bunch of videos. And like
Sure.
this was going to be their fishing trip. They're going to make their own video. And I asked him, I was like, "Did you video it?" No. Did you
funny.
get a picture of it? No.
One job.
I was like, what happened? She was like, I don't know. She was like, we weren't catching any fish, and we all got frustrated, and we didn't want to video
You don't
anymore.
want to document that.
Yeah,
right?
and then Leaman catches his PB.
Yeah, that's always when it happens.
And then
you know?
she pulled out the camera at some point. Like there was a video of it. She pulled out the camera and like started to video the fish.
Yeah.
And then handed the camera to my other son, and then like helped Leaman, get the hook out and stuff. And when the camera hit my other son's hand, it went straight to the ground and started videoing like upside down, and like he was just holding it down by his. I guess he didn't realize that it was recording.
Right.
And so I got to hear the whole thing, but I never actually saw it. Ooh, what was that?
I felt like I saw a weird
was a rough
screenshot
hit.
of like half a bass.
It was a screenshot from like it was like the mouth of the bass.
Like, what's going
and
on
the
here?
camera.
It looked gigantic from that shot.
It was a big fish. It had a huge mouth. I think spawn that would have been a big bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a 14-7 LSU?
Yeah, I feel like we've got a ACL issue here.
Oh yeah, he's hurt. Yep. Oh, they're moving it. Deuce Chestnut. Is that Duke or Deuce? D-U-C-E.
How about that reel you sent me the other day with those
with all the
names?
football names?
That
You
was
see
pretty
that?
awesome.
No.
Did I send that to you?
Nuh-uh.
Oh my gosh, some of those football names. Kool-Aid McKinstry made the cut.
Yeah,
Did he?
did.
Yeah.
It was just random football names in college. Some
Pretty
of them
funny.
were nuts, man. Some of them were like Major. I forget. One of them was Major something. Major Dookie.
Yeah,
it was.
something.
I can't
It was
remember.
wild.
That's funny.
It was, and they were all real names.
They were.
I feel like Deuce Chestnut could have been up there,
Yeah.
It is.
or Duck, or Duke. It's something like
However
that.
they pronounce it down
Yeah.
there.
Duce.
Cajun country.
So anyway, what do you guys want to talk about?
You want to finish what
Your
Oh, I didn't
introduction.
really go over myself. Though?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a surpriser. Normally I talk a lot.
right?
Brett's like, "Amen."
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting.
So I do a lot of. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I've been making YouTube videos, and they've kind of varied. Isn't that how you not met me, but heard about me, like before you met me? Or no, was it at men's meetings? So we all kind of met each other at a men's meeting, and it was something our church did, or it was a church that I didn't even go to, but I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. These guys are sitting around a campfire talking about God. And cooking meat, grilling steaks, right?
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's
man,
right.
you're checking off boxes here. So
Right.
that was an easy one. So I started going to that, and it was during. Oh, I hate that.
It was men's night when I first met you because you had won a door prize.
Oh yeah, the
and that was
warming
after
blanket.
it was after you did that sketchy
Yeah, OSHA
chandelier
wouldn't approve of
installation
that,
at my
yeah.
dad's house.
Yep.
And
I strapped some ladders together. To
Yeah,
reach
it
up
I
was
heard
like
it
a
was
really-
amazing.
OSHA approved. Yeah.
it was OSHA approved.
Yeah.
And
for
so I'm
sure.
sure. I guess your dad told you about this.
Yeah, he
crazy
asked me
dude
if
that
I
came
knew
over.
you, and I said no, but the name sounds familiar. And then I'd seen your trucks, in the Christmas parade, the crazy
Oh, that was when they were wrapped.
trucks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, you won that door prize, and I didn't think, I felt like it was hunting related, and you gave it back. But
Yeah, because I didn't hunt.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna
So-
use this.
they said your name, and I was like,
And now I work for a hunting company.
that's the guy
Full circle.
that did that work at my dad's house. So
Yeah. So anyway, I met these guys, and I did YouTube and big into like the truck scene and like modifying trucks, and I did a lot of videos on those, and I've started like getting into watching podcasts and stuff, and I met these guys and started going to this men's group, and that's really like not to get too deep into my faith, but like that was kind of the beginning of my modern faith or my modern walk with Christ.
Right.
amen.
Was this men's group, and I had gone to church my whole life growing up, and like probably a lot of people watching, and probably you guys, like church was a normal part of my life, but it was almost like another box, like school,
Sure,
work,
sure.
church. It wasn't as a kid, it was just something my parents took me to, and so I always went. And so as an adult, it was like, all right, I don't got to go to church no more because I got my
Right.
own car. I can do whatever I want now, right?
That's right.
And so I didn't, and luckily, I stayed out of trouble for the most part, but, I didn't know something was missing, but when I got back into it, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Something was
You're like,
definitely
oh man, that was missing.
yeah, something was definitely missing, and it's funny how they say you don't realize what's that saying? You don't. We're all watching the game still.
Yeah.
Great completion. They say you don't.
You don't miss it till it's gone.
You don't. Well, you don't realize
wasn't
how
gone.
important it was until it's gone. I can't remember
Yeah.
I know that you don't miss it till it's gone, but there was
Yeah.
something like you don't realize what you have until you lose it. There it is.
There you go.
You don't realize what you have until you lose it. So mine was a little further than that. Mine was I didn't realize what I have until I got it back.
Yeah. Sure.
Right, and getting it back was like, oh wow, how did I not?
Did you have a void?
Um,
You just didn't know you had a void.
maybe, yeah, maybe I had a void.
Yeah.
I don't know that I had an obvious void.
Did you have like a yearning for like, man, I gotta have some community or some.
No,
some guys.
I think I was still in the ignorant stage where I was like, I'm just gonna do this all on my own.
I got it
Sure.
figured out.
Like I'm a man. I can do this. You know what I mean? I don't. It wasn't even like I was. I would say I wasn't even presented with it.
Right.
Like, you know how some people, like, they stay away from Christ and it's like they're constantly having those reminders, but they choose to ignore them.
Sure.
I would say that I don't even think I don't recall any opportunities that I had.
You were still a believer. You were still.
Yeah, no, I would
following
never
Christ,
deny Christ. I
but
would
you
never.
You just didn't have like community men.
Sure,
that
I
kind
didn't
of
have
stuff.
anything.
Yeah.
I didn't. You know, we started going to church again when my wife's parents passed away. The pastors at that time of the church that we went to were, you know, very warm, not warm, but like very.
Accepting.
No, they didn't know us from anybody. But when my wife's parents, both of my wife's parents passed away like 4 months apart, and when that happened, they were just like, what can we do? They just jumped in and like immediately like took the reins of
Super
like,
caring
what do you,
people.
caring,
Yeah,
what do you
endearing,
need? Like
yeah.
just very there for us. And so that to my wife is not religious at all, was not religious at all. My wife grew up in a church where, you know, you went Christmas. That was the only time she ever went to church.
Christmas and Easter.
Kind of
and
how
Not
I
even
grew up.
Easter.
Yeah, wow.
Not even Easter, just like Christmas service, you know.
I gotta put up my.
And yeah, go for it.
Stuff.
We'll zoom in on that one.
Thank you.
And so she didn't really do anything related to that, and yeah, it wasn't. I would say it just wasn't a part of our life, really.
Sure.
And it wasn't even obvious that it wasn't a part of our life because our
Wow.
life was so much going on outside of that.
Right.
So anyway, not to get too deep into my life, but let me check something real quick.
Check the camera.
Yeah, I want to make sure it's not 28 minutes.
That was a heck of a catch, by the way.
It was a good
I
catch.
saw I saw my other camera here's got a little counter on the top of it.
Can
Sorry,
you see it?
can't hear anything. My other camera's got a
that's not
counter on
good.
the top of it, and I can see how many minutes have gone by. So I got, oh yeah, he's limping. I've got one camera that's got a 30-minute limit on recording one file. I don't get that, and it's the nicest of the three cameras.
Right.
That's how that goes. So anyway, Florida State scored. Now it's 13-14. Extra point going up. 14
good.
all. Going into halftime. Got a minute left. Who do you think's gonna win this game?
I'm gonna go ahead and just call LSU. Probably gonna pull it out.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, I'll second that. It also depends on, I guess, if it's anything like that Colorado game the other day. It's probably going to be back and forth to the last, whoever's got the ball last.
Colorado.
I'm
Old
calling
Prime.
That fourth quarter is gonna be back and forth scoring probably.
Yeah. Just everybody air mailing it. Just send it to the house. I don't know, man. It depends. It would be nice. I'm an SEC guy. It would be nice if LSU took out an early lead. You know, maybe early in the third quarter, got up a couple touchdowns, and then put some second, third string guys in and, you know, get them a chance to warm up. But at the same time, the Bama fan in me wants them to just all lose.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
I'd be fine either way.
yeah.
We owe LSU from last year.
That's
so
right.
We and I say we Alabama.
Yeah. So anyway, that, you know, I wasn't involved and got involved with these guys and met Brett, met Chris. I really didn't, to be honest, I didn't really hang out with you very much early on. Like,
Yeah, we.
you got busy with some football practice and some stuff like that, and I didn't see you a lot. And
Yeah.
remember, I didn't go to this church, so
right.
you know, the men's night was the only
Yeah.
the only opportunity I had to
That's
really
right. And then you started coming to different things later on.
some events that happened.
Events,
Yeah,
and
I
then-
think Christmas party and
That's
stuff
right.
like that.
And then here in the last
3 or 4,
been-
5 months, 6 months, maybe
you've
5
been
months.
marriage groups and stuff.
Oh no, we've done that for a
Right,
couple
2
years.
years, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
started
But
doing
in the
that.
last couple months, we actually transitioned and started going to the church.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, that's how I met these guys, and you know, I forget, we were at lunch or something, So we have this thing every Sunday where we go to lunch and just shut down restaurants.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Party
people
at
at one time.
22.
Yeah, how many? It's gonna be it's about 20 and then like 10 more people show up and it's
Yeah, that's
30. Like
Yeah.
today we did that. We told them 18,
Yes.
and what ended up 1, 2, 3, 4 more people
22,
came.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are fun Sundays, though.
It
They
is.
are
It's
fun.
always good. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it. So that's our time to get out and hang out together with the families. And so anyway, we were talking at lunch one day. I don't remember when it was, but it was like somebody just suddenly brought up like a podcast. And I was like, dude, I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while. And these guys,
guy?
was it you?
This guy.
Oh, it was me?
I was pointing at you.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at yourself. I'm shocked that it was me.
Most
that brought
days
up
I
the
can't even
podcast.
spell podcast.
And I guess brought it up, and I can't remember what happened, but I think Brett, you were the one that was like, let's do it.
Yeah, because, like, again, I saw the excitement on your face. I'm like, well, dude, man. Like,
I can't turn
what's-
this down.
What's stopping you, man? Let's do this, right?
I'm going to be like, Brett, can I have $100? I'm
Right.
so excited.
Right. But, it's like when you see a brother that's excited about, and he, once you get to know him, his past and stuff, he's into things.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm like, dude, man, like, we may not be any good at this, but why not?
Oh, no, we're not going to be good
We're
at
not
it.
going to be halfway.
Who
if we're
cares?
leaving.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're doing it. It's cheap equipment. We're doing it all the way. We're going
That's
to get
right.
all the cheap equipment.
So if you can't walk beside a brother, what do you?
That's
what
right.
is-
That's
Amen.
right. That's the
what do
truth.
you do?
And there's a deeper thing behind
boy.
that, too,
That's
right?
yeah.
There's so much that goes with, and I'll say this is me probably getting a little deep here, but I can't tell you how many times I've been super passionate about it and had nobody to walk beside.
Right.
About anything, not just forget about podcasts, like
Sure.
just something that I have my mindset on, and I get like super like, oh man, that'd be so awesome. And I've told my wife so many times, like, man, I wish anybody in the world had as much passion about things as I do.
Right.
I was like, I don't
Right.
get it. Like, how can people always be like, yeah,
Just-
sure.
Yeah,
you know,
I would like to
whatever.
say lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Shirley hates that word when I say it,
Lackadaisical.
but
Because you say it wrong.
no, lackadaisical.
I feel like there's an S
Is it
in there.
lackadaisical?
I think that's a laxative.
Yeah.
That's a.
It's
there's an
something.
S in one of those
There's
words.
something
I
in
don't
there.
know. I grew up with the word, and I always loved that word. I'm
Lackadaisical.
like, don't be lackadaisical.
That's right. I feel like you're being lackadaisical saying that word half
Maybe.
butt.
I don't know. I'll have to Google it again.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway, yeah, I totally agree. That was something that made me, and it made me want to follow through with it, because I can't tell you how many times I'll do that. I'll say, man, I've been thinking about doing this, and somebody will be like, yeah, oh yeah, maybe,
right.
and then that drains me.
Sure.
It makes me go,
Sure.
and maybe it wasn't a good idea, or
I think that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed
Yeah.
to lift each
That's
other
right.
up and walk things
Absolutely.
out with each other. And, if it lasts 6 days or 6 years, let's.
it'll be a fun 6 days or a
That's
fun
right.
6 years,
That's
right? So anyway, that's really it, I guess. I just wanted the first episode to be kind of introductory,
Mm-hmm.
and introductory. That's the word.
You want to plug your YouTube channel?
No, this video is going to be on my YouTube channel, but I guess I could for the podcast,
okay.
because the podcast will be. I'm going to put it on everything. It's going to be
Gotcha.
on, what is it? Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Oh wow.
Whatever.
putting it out there.
Whatever.
Wore my
all
good
the-
shirt.
You should have worn your good shirt. I mean, it was
mean,
pretty
it's-
good.
I'm pretty sure we ate there today.
I don't know that
Yeah.
they're paying you to wear that shirt.
They're
but
not, but this body was built by some
Hey.
brisket.
It was built by Brisket,
This
baby.
college isn't paying me either, so
What is that?
more technical college.
I don't know what that is.
It's in Memphis.
Is it a? I'm guessing it's a technical
It
college.
sounds like I need some more tech.
Yeah, more
yeah,
tech.
more tech, please.
Yeah.
Oh, got stripped. Did he get? Oh, that's
I
a
think
forward
a forward
pass,
pass.
right?
I think so.
He held on to that ball. I'm surprised he held on to it that long when he was ripping his shoulder out. He looks like, man, I just had a flashback of Jameis Winston.
He looks a lot like him.
He
Yeah.
does. Man.
Crab claws to you, or lobster tails, whatever. you
Yeah,
call it.
and Dr. Pepper or
yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Didn't he get in trouble for that?
I
Like
think
he
so.
did.
Yeah,
Like
he stole
went into
some
a Burger
crab
King
claws.
and like got one of those water glasses and started drinking out of the
Oh,
fountain.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think and if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard a story that he went into I think it was a Burger King, and like asked for a glass of water, which everybody's done. I mean, when I was younger, that was my deal, right? I went to McDonald's like, yeah, let me get a glass of water.
And you start mixing it up.
No, I just hit a Dr. Pepper, just straight for it.
Gotcha.
Just
I
like
almost did that
Dr.
this
Pepper.
past week.
That's lack of memory. That's just you forgot what you had.
Yeah. It's called old age. Yeah.
But apparently they like got onto him for it, and he kept doing it or something. Got kicked
Ah.
out. I don't remember what it was.
Hueytown's finest.
Yeah, he is from Hueytown, isn't he?
Yes.
I think I had a buddy that went to high school with him. I can't remember. He made a heck of a career, didn't he?
Yeah,
He
it's
is.
New Orleans.
So what's your in the following weeks? Is it topic based? Is it just kind of flow with it?
Oh, that's a great question.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping you could tell me.
Oh, Chris,
Chris, you got any insight on that?
We'll
got
just,
some more tech
we'll
for
just
us?
write some ideas and on a piece of paper and just draw them out of a hat.
So I think maybe part of it would be, I think it would be cool to do like viewer topics. Like if somebody
I like
puts a
that.
comment, has something they want us to kind of, something they're struggling with, maybe
That's right.
they want to get, I'll say this, the thing I love, the thing that spurred this idea in me, I think, was talking to other men. It was something that talking to other men, I realized how beneficial talking to other men was,
That's very true.
right? And so it was something I was like, man, I'd come home, especially from men's group, I'd come home and be like, man, I'd tell my wife, you have no idea, it's so cool to like see another man just spill it all.
That's right.
And just
It is.
confide in somebody and like be able to like get his thoughts out. And even if it wasn't productive, even if there was like nothing that came of it,
Right.
just like those prayer cards, right? There's something about just like getting it out there.
Yeah.
Something about just saying what you need to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard a word about this just a few minutes ago.
It was at least 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago. It was the guy by the pool, right? And he was there for 38 years.
This is in the Bible?
Yes.
It
Okay.
is.
And it's
Oh, yeah, the washing pool.
yes, the washing pool.
Yeah, yeah.
And they stir it up, and whoever got in was supposedly healed, right?
Yeah,
So-
the first one to touch the water or
So
whatever,
Jesus
right?
came up and said, "Would you like to be healed?" But the guy sat there, and he's like, "I have no one to pick me up and put me in."
He was like crippled?
crippled,
Okay.
yeah, something. And so you didn't have that.
And that
brother.
was why he was there for so long, was
Yeah.
to be healed.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
laying by
Okay.
the pool.
So like I got to thinking about it, like he didn't have that brother beside him to pick him up and put him in that pool.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So it was like we need those.
I'm probably not going to pick anybody up.
We need those mentors. We need those brothers.
I'll pick you up and throw you in the pool.
You
Right.
never know what somebody else is going through, so
That's true.
Yeah.
very, very helpful to.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of my thought, is like we could
like
do
it.
some user stuff, or not user stuff, some listener stuff, where basically somebody's like, hey, man, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Like, you don't have to tell us what's going on, but like,
Right.
what are your thoughts on work-life balance, or anything, right? We're open to. I think it would be cool to have some other people tell us some ideas, and then
Sure.
also I'm sure through our week we're gonna have things that we're like, man, this
Right.
week I dealt with this. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
perfect.
Chris, how do you handle traffic driving
Oh, dude, I
Oh,
don't.
my
94
goodness,
hours?
I
a week,
don't.
You know.
This
I'm-
book I'm reading is really helping with that.
Traffic is like the only
drive.
thing.
Or just go into the book of James before you
Ooh.
go
Oh yeah,
riding down
James
the
is a good
road.
one.
Yeah.
I read
And-
James often. I've probably read it a bunch, but it's like my
It's
go-to.
my favorite book.
Like when I don't know what's going on, I just read James, because James is like a little bit of like, this is what you need to be doing, and hey, buddy, why are you doing this?
Yeah. It pulls no punches.
It does.
gonna knock you
It's
down
definitely a
today.
little conviction and a little inspiration at the
Yeah.
same time. So anyway, that's kind of my thought. So if you guys are watching, you're more than welcome to drop a comment and just let us know like what you want us to talk about, and we'll pick them out. And really, there's some things we're not going to have anything to talk about. We may not know much, but we'll definitely try to dive in. And again, that's the purpose of this podcast. Is I think it would be a cool resource for men to just get a couple laughs and
Yeah.
maybe get a little word and get some motivation and help them get through their week.
Yeah, I think most of it will be just pretty low key, and being able to laugh is a
That's
big
right.
thing too. So
Yep.
it's pretty differing backgrounds too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
totally different
You
backgrounds.
know, so that could bring some
Like completely different. Like
right.
there's no reason the three of us should be sitting here.
No,
Right.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
We didn't do this on our own, fellas.
Yeah. There's no reason, like Brett, I know you'll say it, there's no reason you should be sitting here like anywhere.
no,
Yeah. There's been times when you've like surprised you're alive.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I shouldn't. Yeah, by the grace of God.
Yeah.
How many
And,
times do you have to roll a truck down Highway 11?
That's
You know,
right.
I did that.
Yeah.
Walked away from.
I've been in
6
comas.
rolls.
Been in lots of situations.
And
that I
I'm
shouldn't
pretty
have got
sheltered.
out
I've pretty much never done anything.
of. So yeah, like the people in this town, that you hung out with, and they see you, they're like, man, how did you make it?
Yeah, I'm
180,
surprised.
bro.
Wow. Like,
You know?
yeah.
You're-
Not happy to see you. I mean, sure, they're happy to see you, but
Yeah.
more happy to see you alive.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful testimony in that to share.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
And
one
it's
time.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, that pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Brett, thank you for coming. Chris, thank you for
Thanks for having
hosting
us.
and
Yeah,
being here.
absolutely.
And I look forward to doing this. I'm thinking weekly, bi-weekly. It's really gonna just be dependent on schedules, but we're gonna try to do it weekly if we can, and just
Thank
hopefully.
you for setting all this up, man. It's
Yeah,
it
man.
was a labor of love. I'll tell
Hope you
you.
cooled off a little bit.
I wore out Amazon.
I would
Just
have
like
been lost as last year's Easter egg trying to
right.
put all this up.
I bought stuff on Amazon like 7 times, and then I'd get it in, and I'd be like, "Dang it, it's wrong. It's not working."
Send it back.
Well, I came out here and set it up last week.
Did a dry run.
Yeah, it did not go well. I was like, I got to go back to
Still
Amazon
got
and buy
parts
more
laying in
stuff.
there in the floor.
We're going to have to help Chris vacuum this rug. Other
Yeah.
than that, I think.
Yeah,
I went ahead and messed it
I'm
up.
thinking about just bouncing.
Just getting
I'm
out?
thinking about
Yeah.
just like, all right, put the headset down and leave. Grab my memory cards and get out of
Scoot
here.
your feet. And go.
Gone.
Chris is pretty, I would say, what's the word? Anal retentive? Is that
Mm.
about his carpet? Is that a good word, Chris?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just like.
You're fine with that
He
word?
likes,
I
likes
like
things
for
the way he
things-
likes it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Ladies,
even
he
though
can
I'm
keep
not
a clean
here, but I am
house.
here, I just like for it to, look smooth and clean. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just got to have a vibe to it.
Gotta
We got to
have
have
a
a
vibe.
show of hashtag Chris of
Just
of
like
his
Chrisisms.
many talents.
Oh,
of-
Lindsay's
for
got a
his
T-shirt.
She does have
Yeah.
a T-shirt.
She's got a
It's gonna be
T-shirt, and I'm
lot of
telling you,
hashtags.
If I tell you all the things that are on this T-shirt, they are all inside jokes.
Man of many talents.
Man
too,
of
you know?
many talents.
That's right.
Fraud alert.
Still waiting on that T-shirt.
Oh, we're gonna print it.
I'll wear it. I'll be a
I'll-
human billboard
Lindsay's got
for
some
you.
glow in the dark vinyl.
I'm with it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ready.
glowing. So anyway, again, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Subscribe
Thank
if
you.
you haven't already. If you want to get notified when we put up new videos, we'll do these videos on the YouTube channel of the podcast, and then also you can check it out on all your podcast platforms. If we're not on a podcast platform that you listen to, feel free to put it in the comments, and I'll try to add it to it. I can only think
definitely
of,
do
yeah, these guys aren't gonna do anything.
That's
They're just
the
gonna be
guy.
like, when are we doing this next?
Yeah.
So
and is there food?
we need food, dude. We need food.
Hey, man, I went
we
to
could
the
do
pig
like
today.
reviews of food.
Oh, that would be good.
Like once a month, we just chow down and
Because
like
I like food.
review. You know what I mean? Like, how about next month we do like Krispy Kreme? Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, keto.
He's gonna be
Hey.
like, let's review this lettuce.
Hey,
It's
hey,
cold and
bring
green.
me some banana pudding, bro.
Oh,
I'll
we're
review
gonna
that.
get him off the keto.
Let's get after it.
All right, thanks guys, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.